Hello, hello. Sorry, muted pala ako buong time na yon.
I think we are facing some technicalities on R2G side, but I gotta cover you on that one, friend. So basically, what my friend is basically R2G, what he's saying is that we are very excited to have this much exposure onto the Filipino scene because of how much action is being thought out between Macta and Team on their opponents. Kanina, Team Random, muntik ng talunin si Ranking Esports, but ultimately Ranking Esports really got that strong map number 3. Ngayon si Macta naman, in an absolute dominating fashion, inaabot nila si Cara House 2-0 as we now head on over to a new action here, and all gamers are now in total effect kasi kahapon disappointing loss up against Cara House. They gotta recover, so they gotta do what they gotta do just to avenge themselves, no? And it's up against Pacific Macta, who were in fact na fresh off a huge win against Cara House. Tapos nung huling tambalan ng AG and Pacific Macta, it was that close, no? So tingnan natin kung may pagbabago ba sa magiging resulta dito. All gamers, just really formidable team. Like sila mismo talaga yung magiging standard sa lahat ng magiging team sa Crossfire. If you cannot replicate what all gamers are doing in terms of technicality and skill, then you're still nowhere near as dominant as all gamers is. Pagdating sa macro, pagdating sa skill, wala talaga yung magpapang-abot sa all gamers. Blacklist win rate highest, like the first in the whole tournament, 61.67%. Global risk 57.38. Tayo titingin sa KD, it's not justified on how they perform as a team. Ito na, Pacific Macta, the greatest CFPH team, arguably like the greatest team of all time, di ba? Siyempre may bias yun. Ako mismo nagsabi, kapwa Pilipinong bias lang, mga kaibigan. And yun, Pacific Macta as a team really excels on a unit control. Pag talagang sama-sama silang gumagawa, they just let the enemy do their mistakes, and they capitalize on that opportunity. Wave to your countrymen, Pacific Macta, and this will be your opportunity to shine once again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nandito na po ang Pacific Macta. It is going to be their second matchup for today. Ever since we started of today, puro Pinoy ang lumalaban. Game 1 po natin, Macta. Game 2 po natin, Random. Tapos ngayon, Macta ulit. This time, it is against all gamers. Nakita natin against Cara House 2L kanina. It was an amazing series of games na nangyari. Napunta pa tayo sa overtime sa second map and dun sa Ankara. So, we have seen Cara House, the team of Vietnam, beat a team like All Gamers. Tapos kanina, Pacific Macta, tinalo nila yung team of Cara House 2L. Ibig sabihin ba, Pacific Macta can beat AG? Pag nakita mo yung statistics, pag nakita mo yung math, posibleng-posible. Kasi they beat the top team right now, the number 1 in the standings of Cara House. AG is not the number 1 team. So, with that being said, Pacific Macta has the biggest possibility or has a possibility to beat AG. Makita natin dito yung map ban and pick po natin. Map 1 is going to be Ankara, followed by a map 2 which is compound. Surprising, no, dito sa Alpha Tour. This is the map pick of Pacific Macta.
It's not like they have any choice because Black Widow is banned. So it's either they pick a common ground which is compound, or use a very tactical map na kung saan medyo nagkakaroon ng gap, which is something that Pacific Macta doesn't want, which is sport.
Sabagay.
Sport is something that all gamers take pride into, and it's one of those maps talaga na the Chinese favor because of how they perform in a map that is so skewed na kahit saan ka nakapwesto, you're still gonna get caught because of those cheeky angles that port offers. So it's either that or compound. And I feel like Macta really has that edge kung pinili nila yung compound. It's still a CFPL pride map, especially on the side of BaiSha Gaming. So if there is some concrete advantage here, it's definitely on the side of all gamers pagdating sa technicality, but macro and gun skill and overall game plan, may middle ground talaga ako nakikita dito eh.
Tama.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now entered into our third best of 3 for the day 3 of CFS 2023 APAC Summer Series. Now,
Yes,
Macta versus all gamers.
Yes,
Looking towards
sir.
a dub for Macta.
It is a typical default na nakita natin dito, Revenge. Nakauna siya dito against ZY, which seems like it's a little bit of a flashback from what happened in the first game natin of the day against Carahouse 2L. Revenge needing to show up when his team wants him to, and that's a tremendous pick off para sa team ng Pacific Macta dyan. Opening possibilities dito sa B area. Flash grenade, tinapon. Gusto na pumasok. Evan, bulag. Walang makakita. Need his PWD card to nahanap niya yung sniper. Pero napalipas niya si ZYK. Trade galing kay MVA. Bukas na bukas ang B-site para sa team ng Macta. There we go. 40 seconds on the clock. Retake situation started. Granada. The damage, tremendous. Papasok na. ZQ, isa. 2-on-2 situation naman siya ngayon. It is gonna be between the duo of Aldrin and Revenge. The Terminators. One with the sniper, one with the M4. Pero si J-Way ang nagwawagi dyan, giving all gamers yung unang round of that 2-on-3 retake.
Sabi ni J-Way doon, Terminator, who actually terminates Aldrin and Revenge's existence just by crouching and just pressing mouse 1 extensively. In terms of aim, talagang J-Way was hitting off the swing, no? Talagang home run yung binato ng all gamers dun. They took their time, and Pacific Macta really had the man advantage, tas di pa nila nakuha ng maayos yung site mismo. And it's because of how much pressure all gamers started para itulak mismo si Aldrin at Revenge palabas ng site. So that's how pressuring it is for all gamers to move around the map, na kahit sila yung global risk, sila yung tumutulak sa blacklist para lumabas ng bomb site. So it's either that or Do really did a fantastic job to force a 2v2 matchup. Tapos, even getting a huge pick-off na kung saan lamang na lamang ang Macta doon. Despite the numerous advantage of Macta pushing, all gamers was still calm and collective.
Tama. All gamers, calm and collected start. Expect nothing less from this Chinese team. Makita natin dito, double sniper setup ang gagawin dito sa side ng AG. Z and Do. Yung isa nasa site ng B, yung isa ng hold ng mid. Actually, tunnel na nga to si Do eh. With that being said, bench control, may gustong lumaban pero hindi. Not heavily contested. It is going to be a tunnels push pero hindi nila alam na nandito si Do mong hawak na sniper! Revenge! Natalo dun sa sniper rather than yung caught off guard po siya dyan. Did not expect Do to come from the right side. Do winning that fight easily for the side of all gamers. J-Wade din nakahanap din siya ng kanyang pilas. 4-on-3 situation naman siya ngayon. Pacific Macta with the numbers disadvantage for this situation. ZQ holding up the next angle if ever they want to open up dito sa A. And J-Way, tamang aggression lang. Nahanap niya si Justin. Nahulog na sa ilalim ng vent area. Okay, Evan, maganda. Aldrin rather, maganda. But ultimately, the numbers advantage should get to ZYK. Granada, tinapon natin. Gusto sana siya i-popcorn. ZYK na lang ang naiwan dito. With a pistol. Na may pistol siya. Ganitong sitwasyon. It works out. Sniper. No scope. 1v1 situation. ZYK. Paano mo naganap yan? Now it's a one-on-one.
Oras. Wala
No
na
time.
oras para kay Macta. And literally, all gamers took their ball and went home para di pa sila mahuli. What an effort para kay ZYK. A sequence of his life, literally. He saw everything in his eyes. Parang ganun lang. Tapos sayang na sayang talaga para kay Pacific Macta.
Muntik na yun,
So,
ZYK.
we gotta be careful on all gamers is just raw ability para kumuha ng senyales na I think this is a good sign to push. It's either all gamers puts a psychological warfare on you pagdating sa mid, or Pacific Macta just sees that as, wait, are they using default? It's really hard to denote what all gamers is using as a means of a game plan. It's really, it's not distinct, but for them, it's easy to react on. Kasi alam naman nila kung anong ginagawa nila, and Macta really reads it off nicely. Pero pag maglalaban na talaga, you kind of see where the deficit is. So all gamers, once again, J-Way, the J-Way special, he gets one, but quickly trades by Justin. On to the top side, there is some action here just on a stairs. Aldrin taking down ZQ. ZYK lurks in on the shadows sa loob ng smoke. He's not gonna get a multi-kill, but Macta already on the board with a 3v2 situation. Advantage towards the blacklist side. Now all gamers, what are they gonna rely on? CY dies from fall damage. Medyo malungkot yun, even 2 HP away. Damn, he did not expect that amount of damage. Grabe, hindi mapagbigay yung fall damage sa Crossfire. And now, all gamers gets punished for it with Macta around with.
Yan, finally Macta is able to get around out of all gamers. Still a pretty good fight na pinapakita dito sa side ng Pacific Macta. Nakita natin dito sa isang side ng mapa ang buong team ng all gamers nagpo-push all the way to stairs dyan sa A, pero hindi nila tinuloy. Mid naman ang gusto nilang kunin dito. Tatlo naka-stack up. Now they have the information. Alam nila na walang tao sa A, punta tayo sa B. And there we go. The full stack now from all gamers galing dyan sa impormasyon na yan to just stay in B. Would be huge. Evan holding it out. Tatlong members ng Pacific Macta ang nag-hold dito sa hotel, sa bar. Pero wala silang mahanap. Si Revenge lang pala ang nakahanap dyan sa mid this time. Nanalo sa sniper battle for the first time in this map. Finally, he gets the pick off. And now, it creates openings, potential to go to A. Pero ZY, nandito nakatambay, nag-aabang, abangers lang daw siya. Flashbang, tinapon, holding this out, making sure the team of Pacific Macta, di sila makakapagpunta sa A as ZY. Nakuha niya yung ulo ni Justin and gets the information na walang tao na gustong pumunta sa A. Nag-rotate ng Pacific Macta sa B. Makita mo din yung all gamers, dun din sila pupunta. Magdedepensa na din sila dyan. They are ready for this hit. But the timing, is it enough? Revenge finds J-Way. Next up is the entry. Ang ganda ng pasok ni MVA. Susunod naman dito si ZQ na flashbang na din siya. Will try to take advantage of it, pero wala din siya nahanap. Revenge popping off for the whole team ng Pacific Macta. 4 po ang nakuha niya dyan. Entry, initial pick-off, lahat na maisip mo, yung last kill ng round na yun was all Revenge. He's taking control of this map right now, showing off to his team na sinasabi niya, guys, I got your back, let's do this. Pacific Macta now, tinabla ang scoreline, 2-2 na.
Grabe si Revenge, man. An activated Revenge is a scary Revenge. Nobody can stop this man when he is on his zone. Pag flow state talaga si Revenge, immortal na immortal yan. Kahit saan pa siya lumaban, he is going to win that, and he only needs a single flick of his trigger finger. 1 minute and 40. Not much of a happening here. Just outside of Turkey and towards B doors. So, his all gamers gonna force a back route here. I don't know if that's gonna be the case, but from what I'm seeing, all gamers are something else on the late game. Talagang asan nila yung mga kilos nila, may specific timestamps kung anong oras sila kikilos, anong oras sila kukuha ng pickoffs. And for Pacific Macta, as a team that is centered around offense, they still have to move And they have to surprise all gamers in this one. Here comes a fight. ZY is gonna pick it off, and Justin with a headshot of a lifetime up against ZY. And all gamers is shook. Sana sila kay Kilos. Doom is picking off on to ZYK, and as he gets the kill, here comes ZQ from the side as he throws a nade onto Aldrin. 4v3, man advantage onto Pacific Macta, and they're fighting onto all cylinders. Even now onto the corner, no one is still singing on to Even. Not for long as Revenge guns him down. El Pacific Macta wins it off with a 3-2 scoreline, and all gamers are really succumbing to this fall. Like talagang nagre-regress yung all gamers pagdating sa fights. Isa-isa yung pasok nila, and usually when they are a unit, it's successful.
Tama. Ito tanong ko sa iyo, Salvatore, ano nangyari sa all gamers ngayon? Usually in a situation like that, they would play together and they would at least have some semblance of, fight dun sa mga gun duels na tinitake nila. Pero nung nakita ko yan, Evan just completely whiffing each and every shot. He only gets one in that situation. Lahat ng buong Pacific Macta nakatingin sa likod. Wala siyang makuha ng isa. All gamers ngayon is not the all gamers that we usually see. And Pacific Macta taking advantage of that. Finally taking a lead dito sa map pick ng AG. Map pick to ng AG, and Pacific Macta is currently leading 3-2. Justin going dito sa vents area. Susunod naman dito si J-Way. Pero J-Way ready dyan sa angulo na yan. NBA handa na din para sa refrag. Tumabla na ang numbers.
Tabla na nga, 4v4. J-Way once again tries to be a hero. Palagi na lang ginagawa yun ni J-Way. Yung mag-isa lang siya, tas kukuha siya ng depensa sa may bandang vents papuntang A. It usually works, but not this time. Now, Pacific Macta has the chance to turn it around. Revenge, bunny hopping his way to the vents, and the rest of the crew are actually gonna push it kasi alam na nilang wala na si J-Way dito. It's just Ziki that's guarding it. But they gotta be careful. Yung rotation ng all gamers dito, medyo mabilis lang. Here comes Ziki with a dive. And there is a kill by MBA. Ziki falls to his death. 4v3. Macta now already has the advantage because they have hold themselves the site. Ito na si Even sa gilid, and Even usually wins those, but it's not his day. ZY taking down Revenge though. So ito na ang rotation ni Do as well as ZY. The clock is still ticking. It's a time bomb for all gamers before destruction occurs. Do takes down Aldrin. It's now a 2v2, but the clock is still favorable on the side of Pacific Macta. Desperation push now coded by all gamers. Do outside, cannot be seen inside, and Pacific Macta buys off a lot of time, and they bait out all gamers to go and push. Sa kanila talaga yung lamang dito, and they start off the first half with a 2-point lead.
Sloppy retake galing sa side ng all gamers, especially yung galing dun kay Evan off that flank. Sure, he got traded out, but it was already too late. Justin, nakahanap niya naman maskitas dito kay Ziku. Tapos, push siya na gusto gawin ng all gamers na bigla sila ng Pacific Macta. Now, numbers advantage, napunta na sa side ng Macta. No one wanting to rotate back dito to B. If Pacific Macta wants to go B, it is wide open. MVA, nakakuha ng patay dun kay Du. Yan ang sinasabi natin for Pacific Macta, taking advantage of your weaknesses. Kayang-kaya nila yan. Oh, yan, J-Way, sige, isa pa. Huwag ka na mag-pick. Huwag ka na pumunta dyan. As all gamers right now in a choking position. Revenge sa kanood dito sa mid-area. Tumatama siya ng malala ngayong araw na to. So, wag ka mag-pick sa kanya kasi papatayin ka talaga niyan. Rotating dito ang Pacific Macta papunta ng mid. Evan will be the next line of defense para sa side ng all gamers. Pero, papalipas niya. Contact pa itong Pacific Macta pa mid. Evan might
Even
timing.
Creme de la creme. Ang ganda ng pwesto ni Even. pero hindi siya nakakuha ng multi-kills doon. That is sad for even. Here comes ZY. What a rundown by MBA. Steamroll ZY. J-Way. Pangalan na nabubuhay dito. And Justin cleans it off. Pacific Macta. What is this? 3-point lead. Pacific Macta inside of the territory of all gamers. They are putting on a show.
Ibang klase, blacklist side din to. Alam natin, mas maganda ang Pacific Macta pagdating sa global risk side. Pero ngayon, nananalo sila sa side ng blacklist. And that's pretty big. If you're the team of Pacific Macta right now in a map like Ankara kahit paano, what is this? Is this a lineup? Ano? Pinapakita niya, parang tinuturuan niya yung lineup eh. Ano yun? Hindi, holding lang dito sa spawn. Tamang hold lang. Siguro na onting plano. And this is a great default coming up from Pacific Macta. After a round like that, iniisip nila baka sa side ng AG, they'd want to do something aggressive para maiba yung pacing tong map na to. But Pacific Macta's not having it. Neither is All Gamers. All Gamers back to that passive playstyle. This is the more typical playstyle na nakita natin. Nakita natin yung ginagawa ito ng Pacific Macta kanina. It is leave one dito sa hotel room. Si Du nanonood ng tunnel and just have everyone else watch the other extremities. Siguro yung pag-iba lang si Evan, hindi siya dun sa gilid ng spawn. But it is a mid-push. Gustong gawin tong Pacific Macta. Aware sila na may posibilidad ng may AWM dyan and it is Du. Not tunnels, mid na daw. Link, papasok. Gusto nilang gawin. Flashbang tinapon sa A just to make the right amount of noise. Revenge! Muntik na makahanap ng isang pitas dyan. Wala siyang nahanap. Z is the next line of defense. Aldrin, nahulog na. Z needs to find for more pero hindi. MBA nakahanap dyan kay Z. MBA nakahanap dyan sa All Gamers. Si Zu din. Si Du rather. Finally, nang nagbigay ng numbers advantage para sa side ng AG. Wallbang, wala nahanap. All Gamers get another round. 5-3 na ngayon ang scoreline. All Gamers buhay pa din. Nagpapakita pa din ng lakas. But Macta in a comfortable lead right now. Sa totoo lang, Salvador.
Yeah, there's also a technical pause here if I could feel like it, because Justin was nowhere to be seen in that one because he disconnected mid-match. So I think this is what they're looking at. And if you can see, Even is like really face palming himself immensely. Like, gamers not on their peak skill. They are literally falling off because of how much Pacific Macta has the better macro right now. Man, if though the winning rounds of Macta looked convincing to me, it wasn't Miracle, it wasn't Mercy. It was very convincing to me that Macta was the better team that round. Ang nakikita ko lang kasi na vital signs ni AG dito is they just have to work around that singular man push. J-Way on one specific angle is really not working for the past 3 rounds or so. They gotta work it around. They have to apply more pressure. They have to put more firepower in that game. So if they are just not on the highest level right now, Pacific Macta is gonna take this the hard way. Literally 2-0. And a bunch of people here in the Philippines is gonna be a rich man again. For those who are believers of Pacific Macta. Ngayon, ang tanong talaga dito is R2G. How consistent will Pacific Macta be in the fight wherein all gamers are really under pressure? Under pressure, all gamers really is a good team. It's a good team. Like, ang hirap pigilan ng ganong klaseng all gamers. Well, except yesterday where they fell off really big. Pero ngayon, let us not put some shame into their name because they are still all gamers at the end of the day. They are still expected to play great crossfire and they still expected to win overall the CFS APAC Summer Series 2023, di ba?
Yeah, and
so, on that end talaga, on that end, Pacific Macta still has to be careful. They do not have to be overly comfortable in this situation. Sa pwesto talaga ngayon ng Macta. They have them on a chokehold. They have them on the palm of their hands. Literally, they can slam them down anytime they want. But you know, some moves can be countered. So all gamers,
Yeah.
they still have some hope. But Macta, I have higher hopes from them, convincingly enough, because of how well they play today. Not just this game, pero nung laro nila nung kanina.
Yeah, and I agree with that. With that being said, no, we do expect this type of you know, strong play style to come out from AG. They usually high expectations nga para for this team, but if you, for some reason talaga, I don't know what it is, feeling ko nerves or ano ba, frustrations within the team. Nakita natin kanina yung mga emotions nila really not at the best state as kumpara mo naman sa Pacific Macta, kalmado, focus na focus with that. It's not the usual AG that we see talaga. With that being said, it's a bad thing kasi alam ko na sa standings kailangan manalo ang AG dito kung gusto nila ma-secure yung second place kahit paano, kasi pag natalo ang AG dito, they will have 2 loses. I believe they will not be able to qualify for this, especially if tomorrow, if Pacific Macta wins against Team Random tomorrow, then they'll have no chance of qualifying all gamers. So this is a very crucial game for the standings sa AG, at magugulat na lang tayo, AG might not even make it to the playoffs, or at least the top 2 ng playoffs natin. Diba, nakagulat yan eh. It's a really big shakeup, and CRH was at the forefront of it, and Macta is just continuing it. And this is surprising to say the least talaga. Gulat na gulat ako. AG, nakikita nga natin dyan, they need to at least secure like the second place, you know, because that's that type of power that we expect. But I don't know. It's going to be surprising talaga, especially if Pacific Macta take this in a 2-0 fashion. If Macta takes this in a 2-0 fashion, nako, it's the AG. Totoo lang, I don't think they can qualify for the playoffs. Maybe possible, if they win, it is possible, I guess. But I don't know. It's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in right now, Salvatore. Di natin ito naisipan. And with that, we will take a 5-minute break nga po muna. Unting technical difficulties, but please stick with us. After neto, the game continues. Naniniwala ka na ba, Salvatore, na
Naniniwala
Pacific
na ako.
Macta?
Hindi mo na
Pacific
kailangan
Macta.
tapusin yung sentence niyan, pre, para malaman kung saan konteksto niyan. Naniniwala na ako sa Pacific Macta hype train. Nung una pa lang, talo pa lang. Yung panalo pa lang nila sa Cara House. Sunod-sunod na yun, pre. I mean, even yung performance nila from Summer Championships, they made me believe that CFPH is well and alive and can compete with the best of the best.
Tama. Ito masasabi ko. A while ago, pinapag-usapan natin yung performance ng AG. Sabi mo, kung natalo man ng AG dito, you said the performance is doesn't look like that they were choking. I had a different opinion. Sabi ko, sa tingin ko, it feels like that it's a choke. A choke type of performance na pinapakita dito ng AG. Yan ang tingin ko. And with that being said, I feel like it is a choke. AG missing shots na usually tinatamaan nila yun eh. Like, even sometimes the easiest shots, nakatingin sa likod, it's, I don't know if it's nerves, ano ba talaga siya, what's happening in between the team right now, how their morale is, maybe their loss against Cara House got to them. Yun iniisip ko eh, baka something like that just really got into their heads, and for the situation now, I don't know if they'll be able to recover from something like that. Sa totoo lang, Salvatore.
Usually teams take the professional route when it comes to recovery. So with this sort of technical timeout that they're facing, they have a lot of time to recover, regroup, or even rethink what went wrong on that round. So before we do head on over to the break, we got a 5-3 lead here in favor of Pacific Macta. That alone is something that we couldn't imagine we are able to say here.
Just blacklist
R2G.
side pang Macta,
Yeah, considering how much pressuring it would be for Pacific Macta to even start as the global risk. Pero ngayon, binigay sa kanila yung pinaka, they got the end of the stick because they got a blacklist. And it's the most competitive side talaga pagdating sa Ankara. There's so much work that you need to do in order to perfect the blacklist side of Ankara, and Pacific Macta is doing it to an absolute charm. And I feel like all issues in terms of the internet connection have now been fixed on the side of Macta, as Justin has now quickly recovered from the slack here. Now the question still remains, R2G, is Pacific Macta really having the skill gap right now, as they have now started a standard that they are truly the best team right now, or is All Gamers just choking and not landing those shots are a crucial mistake?
It could be. I'm gonna tell you right now, Salvatore. Feeling ko, it's both. Pacific Macta, from what I've seen, have really stepped up when it comes to their mid-round decision makings, and just based fundamentals. They are really aware of the possibilities that the enemies could take. J-Way, though, doing it over and over again. Parang napanood na natin yan with the trade galing kay MVA. It's the same thing over and over again. With that being said, numbers advantage, wala, tinabla. And to continue on to my point, it's both. If AG continues to play like this, Macta will take advantage of it, and that just goes to show on how much they've grown as a team, or rather how much they trust each other well enough to have these calls to just really find out any weak spots that All Gamers have and exploit it talaga to their advantage. Kagaya nga ngayon, Revenge trying to find a pick-off dito.
Hindi na si J-Way.
Pitas.
Damn. Okay. So they swapped it out. So the second option is ZQ, and what an entry by Pacific Macta.
My goodness.
Just goes doors down, FBI like push, and All Gamers are on trouble right now. 20 seconds, ZYK now forcing a plant as the 40 seconds is now clocking in for the bomb. Aldrin from a mile away, just outside of the parking lot. Aldrin gets a headshot. And now Z, the lone member standing for All Gamers. Pacific Macta will be taking a huge lead already entering into side switch. Imagine the opportunities, the flanks, the plays that Macta will be able to pull once they are
Oh
the
my
global risk.
goodness.
And it's now handed to them on a golden, or not even golden, a diamond platter. We head on over to the second half. Pacific Macta looking strong.
Tinan mo, looking strong, looking happy. Tinan mo ba naman yung mga ngiti na yan? They are happy and very comfortable with the position that they are in. They'll take that any day. And why wouldn't you be happy? You are currently in the lead. 3-point lead against one of the best teams in Crossfire. Yung defending champions po natin, ang All Gamers, for some reason is not having the best game right now. Talagang kulang-kulang ang pinapakita nila sa atin. Pacific Macta though, opposite set end of the spectrum, showing us perfectly on why this is the way you should play Crossfire. It's a different story talaga ngayon, Salvatore, and it's a different world that we live in na. Lumalaban na talaga yung mga ibang rehiyon against China. All Gamers still trying to just keep their composure. Tingnan mo ba naman a little bit, I don't know if it's guilt or frustration. Nakita mo sa mga mukha nila eh. Nakita natin sa camera. There is something there and they need to fix it. To not get this out. This is the map pick of AG then as well, no? This is a point that I forgot to point out. This is AG's map pick. And the fact that they were able to get it this far just goes to show on how good it is. That's tinan mo ba naman, Revenge. Pick off. Gising siya eh.
Pre,
Gising na gising si Revenge, pare ko eh.
nakainom na yan si Revenge. Condition na yan si Revenge. Just imagine. Now, CYK. It's a two-man flank here for All Gamers as they want to make it 3 as ZQ now comes into the party and ZYK taps ZY to the head. Sinabihan pa namang good boy sino ang next na magiging mabuting tao, and ZYK has already been shut down by Even. ZQ forces a plant here inside of bomb site B, and the rest of Pacific Macta are now closing into the distance. ZQ and Even, they have a good spot in terms of defense, and Revenge already taking the sniper's nest up inside 2F. So what will this entail for All Gamers? And ZQ taking down Justin, and Aldrin now goes in, and ZQ, the one-man wrecking crew for All Gamers, just steamrolls his way to the death of 3 members of Macta, even taking down Revenge. MBA, a 1v2, fake refuses, and here comes MBA with the fight. All Gamers, the pressure is so much for Pacific Macta to handle.
Okay, bumabalik na din tong AD na to. They are starting to come back to their usual form, and All Gamers has the possibility now to just climb back out if they consistently play it like that against their mid-round calls. Because they were in a big disadvantage early, they were able to take it back. Pacific Macta naman ngayon, they need to continue. They need to find a way to shut down this momentum from All Gamers instantly. Instantly they need to, and now it looks like it is a bunch of utility trade here dito sa A, pero wala pa naman nahanap. Justin gusto mag-push dito sa vents, posibleng makahanap siya ng lason pero hindi niya tinuloy. Aldrin naman ang susunod dito na nanonood dito sa mid area, posibleng pumasok. The smoke will go there just to deny that information. Tuloy-tuloy na din to. Tunnels is the play. Tunnels is the area of contention. Papasok na din sila dito. Smoke grenades, flash grenades throw. Here comes the execute of All Gamers coming from the tunnel. Alam,
okay,
Revenge.
That is just a counter util here for Revenge para hindi basta makapasok si All Gamers. But now J-Way and the rest have already entered because Revenge gets overwhelmed with the amount of members inside of that bomb site. Pero kailangan na mag-ingat ng Pacific Macta dito. Sobrang hiwa-hiwalay sila. Isa-isahin sila ng All Gamers dito. Justin is already down on the hands of ZQ. Revenge takes down Dude. That's a big pick of ZYK from the backside. Gets a flank. And Revenge, the best spot possible into this possible retake for Pacific Macta. B3, the pacing is slow for Pacific Macta. They do not have a lot of time to work around. Here comes Aldrin. He goes in with authority, and Macta does it once again. And they outclass All Gamers into a beautiful retake. Kahit hiwa-hiwalay pa sila, magkikita-kita pa rin sila sa halfway, which is to a victory. Pacific Macta 3-point lead.
and ang tamang term, outclassed. That retake, perfection that we saw from Pacific Macta. That's the type of retakes that you would expect all gamers to do. But no, it is Pacific Macta that is in this end, holding it down for the team. And it's absolutely crazy to think that this is AG, the #1 team. Justin trying to pull off his best impression of solid snake dyan sa Vents area. Gets one. ZYK nasa likod niya. NBA walang nahanap sa lason na yan. Si Alden na lang daw. Sabi niya, ako bahala sa inyo. And here comes the Terminators. Revenge. Cleaning it up para sa kanyang teammate. Pacific Macta. Ilan na lang, Salvador. Kailangan nila.
They are so close to claiming victory up against all gamers. What a fall of 4 AG to get absolutely dominated by Pacific Macta. And now Pacific literally 2 points away from getting a victory. And this is already the territory of all gamers. Talagang nilagay na nila yung bandera nila sa loob ng Ankara na walang makakapigil sa kanila sa mapang yan. My goodness, R2G. I have no words to explain how much Pacific Macta is pulling off just so all gamers cannot enjoy the game of Crossfire. 2 kills onto the side of Macta as 2 members of all gamers are now down. Pacific Macta really has control of this site, even trying against Do to get total control of 2F as they take down Revenge. What a kill by Do, but the question still remains, how will Macta now retakes this, gets a golden crown. Justin takes him down. Aldrin now forces a 2v1 and Even is in a corner. Makakabi dun ngayon si Even. Ito na ang pasok. Palintingin si Even kasi nasa harapan, nasa gilid yung mga kalaban. And Pacific Macta, hail to a breed of God Slayers. 9-4 match point to the Filipinos #1 team of Crossfire.
Yung mga nanonood dyan, yung mga taga-Pinoy dyan, lahat na maisip mong Pinoy na magagawa mo, it's absolutely a crazy stuff na makita natin sa Pacific Macta. I'm not making any sense kasi napakagulo na ng isip ko because Pacific Macta is somehow doing all gamers. Map point na po sila against AG in a dominating fashion, I might add. Now, AG absolutely stuck dito sa A area. Stuck. They can't push out the A.
Pinapakita lang naman ng Macta. Pinapakita lang naman ng Macta yung husay ng Pinoy. ZYK trying to alert once again. He is succeeding, my friend. ZYK just went and dominated all gamers. Read them and weep. Just take a look at the kill feed. Double headshot from ZYK. Just ruined all gamers' mental. And now, Pacific Macta, 2 miyembro na lang ang humaharang sa kanila para tapusin tong laban na to. Revenge has now activated flow state. And all the doubters have been silenced. And Pacific Macta did the most Pacific Macta thing I have ever seen in my life. Beating AG into their own home ground. 1-0 Macta against all gamers.
Against all gamers, 1-0. Dominating fashion yan. Mga Pinoy na nanonood dyan sa bahay, you better be supportive. You better be watching right now. I-share nyo to, i-comment nyo to. Kasi this is a historic moment, Pacific Macta taking out the top team in the entirety of the world. All gamers po. God, totoo lang, tumataas na naman ang Pinoy pride ko dito. Gusto kumain ng sinigang, gusto kumain ng Jollibee, peach mango pie. Lahat na ng Pinoy foods na may isip ko, kainin ko na. With that, Pacific Macta take it on the first map. And it's the map pick of AG. This is not the map pick of Macta. This is the map pick of AG. And they are the ones that are losing right now. So, totoo lang, Salvador, I don't know what to tell you.
Explanation. Ang explanation dyan is skill issue. Macta
Skill issue,
number
pare ko eh.
1. Isipin mo ba naman, J-Way usually gets those corners covered. Now,
Diba?
Justin just takes over the map. Revenge winning against Du. Minsan lang yan nangyayari. Pero nung nakita natin ngayon, sobrang lupit kita ni Revenge.
Napaka.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime show between Revenge and Du. A handful of times na nanalo si Du. Pero ngayon, sa pinaka-importanting laban ng All Gamers, natatalo si Du. And ZYK, the man that lurks from the shadows, is doing a fantastic, spectacular job in his own role. Revenge and everyone from Pacific Macta. Take a look, MBA securing a 2 KDA as well as Revenge. The prime, the heart and soul of Pacific Macta is alive and they have helped secure this dominating win, a 6-point lead against AG. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na laos na at wala na sa prime ang Macta kung tinalo nila ang AG ngayon. You cannot just simply say that Macta has their beat, na hindi na nila mauulit yung ginawa nila noong 2018. They are already just doing 2018 things right now. My God, R2G.
Tamang-tama ka dyan, partner. And with that, it's gonna go to map 2 compound. Sige, sabihin natin, AG Compound Masters, it is one of their best maps, but this is a map pick of Macta. Ibig sabihin, may luto sila dito. May iniisip silang plano, may strategy sila na ginagawa that will maybe catch AG off guard. Potentially, AG can take this back compound. We should not give disrespect to AG. They're still at #1 team for a reason. But again, Macta, this is their map pick. Let's see what they cook here. Mid, trading of utility, standard stuff happening all around. Pacific Macta sila pong magsisimula ulit muli dito sa blacklist side. Global risk side will come down to AG. What will they be cooking now, pare ko eh?
Parang sawang-sawa na ata manalo yung All Gamers. Parang gusto na ata nila makaranas ng talo.
Bigay na sa Macta, ganyan.
My God. Macta, just an amazing team. Imagining beating 2 #1 teams in the same day. That's like Chris Jericho winning the undisputed title, my friend. Ganun nga lupit ang pinapakita ni Pacific Macta. Now, the question still remains, is All Gamers just facing a brick wall right now? And Macta has just laid down the greatest foundation of cement para hindi masira basta-basta yung brick wall. Ayun, Macta playing the time game perfectly here as they do not want to force an entry inside of just B pillars or just along A. And J-Way once again doing J-Way things, guarding down a specific angle. With him only guarding it out, J-Way gets 2, and Aldrin just stops his pursuit with a headshot. Now, the rest of the crew from the side of the blacklist are trying to survive this pursuit that All Gamers is doing. Thanks to J-Way, an amazing advantage has been given and rewarded towards Global Risk. Now Revenge is gonna peek it out here onto the smoke. He's gonna spot down Even. I think Even sees the name tag, just doesn't opt to shoot it, and Even is gonna win that fight. What about between Even and Revenge? And All Gamers are firing, and all fired up. Lumiliyab na ang All Gamers this start of a round. And Macta has fell into a slump after All Gamers have read their movements perfectly. And All Gamers starts off 1-0.
1-0. Galit ang orders ngayon. Pinapakita nila kung ba't sila ang #1 team dito sa Crossfire. Pero dito na ako. But if I were them, natakot pa din ako kasi Pacific Macta, they did not have the best start in the map 1 either. Ito din yung score, 0-2. All Gamers was able to get 2 rounds off Macta first, pero somehow Macta was able to just pick up the rest of the rounds after after the second round. And then, tuloy-tuloy na yung kanilang momentum dito. So, this reset will be important for Pacific Macta. AG, they need, kailangan nila ituloy-tuloy itong momentum na to. Off whatever it is. Grenades, tapon lang. Trading, revenge, chip damage. AWM naman ang hawak. Not the end of the world. Next up, door. Paano nila ito papasukin? Papasok ba sila? Will they give respect? Hintayin ba nila tong smoke na to? Looks like hindi nila lalabanan. Maybe. Babalik dito sa door. Pupunta na dito sa mid. Okay, so ito yung feeling ko, ito yung gagawin ng Pacific Macta. Hanap ng tamang pitas galing kay MVA at kay Aldrin dyan sa taas ng tower. Once na makahanap sila ng opening, especially dyan sa B, saka sila sa papasok. It's going to be a B split. Pero handa na si ZQ dito if ever they execute. And it is a dangerous execution. Flashbang. Tinapon.
Papadalas yung Macta. And they have fell for the trap of all gamers.
Yep. It is a trap.
Macta has slipped.
Meat grinder yan.
Grabe, men. Masyado nilang minadali. But I cannot blame Macta. The time was ticking. And that was just a desperation move from Macta. And all gamers really had the anchor set up nicely. And Macta wasn't able to reach the chain. All gamers really a strong team. So who's the choke artist now? Walang-wala na ang Macta on that round. At least from what I see, Macta is able to read it off. Makakabawi pa sila, knowing that Macta easily adjusts from the game style of their opponents. All gamers really had that strong round. I feel like Macta is gonna have to be careful on the succeeding ones. ZY changing the pace of this game as a secondary user. And what a shot onto Justin. Scoot is still not over for all gamers. They still have a lot of work to do. ZYK taking some good poke as well as MVA. Macta is a winnable side right now, considering how they really want to push B pillars just outside of lobby. So it's just down to ZY, and actually there's a lot here. It's not just ZY, but the important is ZY gets that collat that would have been a lineup here for Macta. Now calls in the flash. They know there are members of all gamers here, and they are still hesitant to push. Now the smoke dissipates, and NBA with a swing of a lifetime, and Pacific Macta just walks over all gamers. Allen Iverson to Tyron Liu, double on to ZYK. 4 versus 2 due to J-Way. A connection in the making. Macta has this on the gets some good poke, and now again onto his face. They are literally pushing Du out of the side. Here comes J-Way from the backside. No one is looking at him as he swings on to Revenge, and as well as MBA quickly turns it into 2v2. Macta still has the time on their hands. 12 seconds left. They get flashed, and it's picked by Aldrin and ZYK from the corner, and Macta escapes death once again. A messy play by Macta, but they got away with it. 2-1.
ZYK, may teleport ba siya? May invisibility ba siya? Di ko din na namalayan na nandyan na pala siya all the way galing spawn na likodan niya ang buong team of All Gamers Revenge. Nakahanap siya ng unang pitas dito sa J-Way, dito sa corner. Nakita na ni Aldrin. Aldrin, handa para sa mga ginagawa nyo, AG. Pacific Macta taking this round by storm. Napakalakas ng pinapakita nila ngayon, Pacific Macta. It's incredible stuff. And now the really good change of pace after that. Calm down lang, kalma lang. Maghintay mistake na posibleng gawin ng all gamers dito. Pagkakamali. So far, so good pa naman dito for the state of Pacific Macta. AG, pwede pa naman nila bawiin to. Pero dapat yung calls nila sa mid-round, dapat perfect sila. Kung hindi, mandadali talaga sila dyan eh. Mid-area, controlled still, Macta. Window, going out to A-long. Isang tao na nun dito, ZQ, naka-AWM ka ba? Hindi. Naka M4 lang. Tamang tagos lang atang gusto niya, or at least play for information. Or at least lucky headshot siguro. Wala! Si ZYK ang magwawagi dyan. 5-on-2 situation. Even, nahanap niya si Revenge.
What a
But the
turnaround
backup
by
should be here.
Macta. That's a
Yeah.
good sign for Macta. Actually, now they are forcing to plant the C4 as the threat of this plant by Macta will usher in a pushing all gamers 1v3. Doom doesn't have the best spot in the world, but he does
Bye-bye.
have a WM. The best long-range weapon you can have in this
Yeah.
game, though.
It's a CQC fight. ZYK.
CYK already has the
Oh
god spot
my
on the
God.
C1, but it's not enough for Do. He gets the shot inside of the smoke. Do now throws in the flash just outside of the site. And NBA just wastes the whole magazine into the face of Do as Macta with a slow start, but they were able to tie it off.
It all came down to that revenge pick-off. Dahil nahulog si ZY dyan, wala na silang pressure of the sniper. No more AWM. Ibig sabihin yan, there's no more, there's no gun that can get you utility. Especially, there's no gun that can get you information. Yeah, there's no gun that can get you information, especially dun sa mid-area na yan. Kaya nakapasok ang Pacific Macta, especially galing sila dun sa A-long side, na mag-isa lang pala din si ZY dyan. So, with that being said, AG not finding the best start dito sa mga rounds na to. Si J-Way though, maganda ang pwesto niya dito on an off angle. Pasok dito sa A lobby, pero Otis overpush my costume. Last round si Aldrin ready sa kanyang aggression. But okay, ngayon hindi niya gagawin. Pero A long ulit ang gustong gawin ng Macta dito. J-Way will be the first line of defense. Hulog agad siya. Justin, sabi niya, akin na ulo mo. Headshot kita. Tanggal kita dito sa server na to. Potential A hit. Potential opening dito sa A. Smoke grenade tinapon. Denying that information. Making him back out. AG. Spread out dito sa mapa. They need to get one at least per when Pacific Macta ultimately makes their decision on which side to go to. Mukhang gusto nila A hit, A split, mid, heavy A split, at ayan na nga, papasok na sila dito sa A. Isa nahulog, ZQ! It's a meat grinder! Galing sa side ng all gamer, nag-iwan lang dito si Revenge. Ano magagawa mo? Wala. Even, nag-iintay sa'yo. All gamers, bumawi, kumagat na din.
A strong message sent by all gamers. A very, very daunting push by Pacific Macta led to the play that all gamers really wanted to happen, and it's them to catch every member of Macta off guard sa isang anggulo lang, tapos ubusan ng magazine. All gamers really is just that kind of team, man. Now,
Yeah.
okay, so Macta has to readjust and look at the drawing board once again. I think it's a favorable strat for Macta to have all gamers play long A, because that's what I've been seeing some success for Macta. So is that gonna be the plan here? So they are already pushing it in, and Revenge is trying to get those rechals into place, as well as Aldrin. They are taking their chances. Kalmado pa din ang Pacific Macta, and they're not forcing themselves into anything dangerous because they know once of those starts of the pickups by the side of all gamers, that's just the light, that huge daylight by all gamers to move. Okay. The question still remains, all gamers, are they consistent enough to take down Macta, wherein Macta is innovating round after round? Because I'm not seeing any innovation from all gamers, which is a different site. Talaga, usually they change the pace of the game mid round. Ngayong 50 seconds, there's still no adjustments. This is the same usual play that CY is doing. They're sending him down, and here comes the overwhelming push by Pacific Macta towards B as 3 members are now trying to defend it off. Do note Pacific Macta still has utilities on their belts, and if they decide to throw it down, it's going to be a huge advantage towards the Blacklist side, even a separate towards ZQ. Now I don't know if this is a good spot because ZQ is going to get smoked, it's going to get flashed. Here comes the rain of bullets, and All Gamers really has the better defense, and there goes the trade. It's a 2 versus 1. Macta needs to plant. Revenge has the C4, and there goes the plant. J-Way has now entered the site. A 2v1. It's a double peek, and Aldrin from the side is gonna take down J-Way, and Pacific Macta ties it off 3-3. A slow push, but it was worth it for Pacific Macta. It was definitely a util advantage being sent by BL.
Wow. Totoo lang, nung papasok na sila dyan sa B area, di ko alam paano nanalo yung Macta dyan sa gunfight na yan. Somehow they penetrated the defense of All Gamers, just not allowing, like, totoo lang, di ko alam paano na nagawa yun eh. And then there was a flashbang na napadelay pa yung retake situation, kaya Macta with the numbers advantage in there, just absolutely perfect for them. I really thought that was gonna go to the way of All AG, but Macta continuing to surprise me, especially Revenge. Nakita ko kahit hindi siya naka-AWM, yung pistol niya tumatama, yung Colt niya is in line. Yung that Colt, skin change lang yan, rifle talaga siya eh. Sa totoo lang, with the way that he uses it. However, si Du, ready na siya dito sa A-long angle at baka madali pa ang mga member ng Pacific Macta dito kung hindi sila careful. Dapat maayos lang tong Revenge has the angle, pero hindi masyadong magalaw. Du ang nakahanap ng pick-off doon kay Revenge, pero yung impormasyon nasa kamay na ng Pacific Macta, alam na nila kung saan nakapwesto ang sniper ng All Gamers. Grenade tinapon, damage done. Justin, MBA, and ZYK in a rough position. Smoke grenade tinapon, even finds another one for his team. All Gamers naman ngayon ang may numbers advantage as patuloy-tuloy na mahulog ang mga miyembro ng Pacific Macta dito. AG kumakagat naman muli. Ayaw nila ipalipas to.
Pacific Macta really being baited out by the play of All Gamers. Tuloy-tuloy yung pinapakitang momentum at tuloy-tuloy yung tulak ng All Gamers palabas ng site para hindi lang basta-basta makapasok si Pacific Macta. That's really the consistent message that being sent by All Gamers. You could just tell how Pacific Macta is crumbling under the fact that All Gamers are starting off the round with a huge advantage. Like, hindi pa tumatagal yung laban, All Gamers, kahit hindi sila, ito yung pinakamalupit na Macta na pinapakita ni All Gamers. Hindi nila kailangan pumatay para kumuha ng advantage sa mapa. It's the fact that they are able to rotate it quickly with the risk given 50-50. And Revenge takes off J-Way into the conversation na hindi talaga dapat naglalaro ng crossfire si J-Way. He has been getting picked off in, out, and he's not able to enjoy the game. Now Du, Justin, with a revenge kill onto Justin, 4v4, tabla na. That's All Gamers for you. And Pacific Macta, their distinct game style is really just like the Brazilians. They get a pick-off and they run. And once they do run, they still manage to use that escape route as a means of an offense para mag-rotate sa kabilang banda or just use it as a defense mechanic. So it's a reliable tactic for Pacific Macta wherein it's a clash of two play styles here. ZY is gonna get scouted out by MBA inside of the smoke, and dinaanan nan talaga siya ni MBA. MBA has no idea where they are. ZY is gonna get picked off just like that. Pero pinatagal pa ni MBA because ZY is down by the hands of ZY, and ZQ will be next by the hands of MBA. It's a 2v1. It's a back and forth game. R2G, All Gamers are trying to fire on all cylinders, but Macta has the better positioning in this one. Multiple nades now being called out. Doesn't even hesitate to reload. He uses a new gun. And there it is. He uses the M4 for better penetrations onto the wall. 29 seconds. MVA now rotated into C1. So, this gonna still be a push of even. He waved the white flag with a lot of pride, and he's gonna take that L. And Pacific Macta ties off the game once again. What a slugfest and a fiesta, R2G.
Yeah, Macta talaga, makikita mo na yung late game calls nila, napaka maganda na. They leveled it up instead of even considering trying to fight or trying to give even the 2-on-1 situation there. Hindi. They just spammed him with grenades. Spammed him with utility. Popcorn, as in popcorn na to the point na piso na lang ang buhay ni Even. Literally 1 HP. Red life na po siya. It's the easiest shot in the world kung ikaw sa side ng Pacific Macta. Perfectly played up to the post-plant situation. They don't choke in the post-plant situations before kasi alam natin, all gamers, really strong when it even comes to the retakes. A-long ulit. Pacific Macta gusto nilang kunin. Aware ba sila na nandito si Du? Last time sila lumandi dito, nandito si Du eh. At nahanap siya ng pitas. So, giving respect to that angle, di na nila paglalaroan yan. However, Pillars, different story. Even, tumatambay, umaabang, naghahanap ng pitas. Ready ba sila? NBA, huli ka, pero hindi. Evens goes bye-bye. Ano na nangyari sa'yo? 10 kills and the 1 kill that you missed gives Pacific Macta the best opening they could ever ask for. Z, nakahanap siya ng dalawa, ng isa rather, and Du. But it's not enough kasi numbers advantage still goes to the side of Macta. 3-on-2. Granada tinapon na. Tamang utility lang. And you know, Macta, aware sila sa posibilidad na may mag-flank. J-Way, nahanap niya. Tabla na
Just play the
ang
time. Just
advantage.
Play the time.
40
But they already
18 seconds.
sandwiching him down. R2G, what do you think? Is this a good side for Pacific Macta? What a swing by Justin on to Do. That's an immense flick. Pero Justin, you just gotta hide. Wag ka lang magpakita.
3 seconds!
Just run. Learn from your mistakes. He did it. Hindi siya nagpakita. That was a nice jiggle and everybody from Macta was laughing. Nakikipagpatintero ba naman si Justin? Para lang sumabog yung bomba, R2G. He learned from the past series he had from Cara House. Remember the 5-second rule. Just don't fight, just hide, my friend. Macta heading into the second half with a lead that would last for a long time because all gamers, their mental is shot.
That is a horrible way to lose.
Macta, what an
lose.
entertaining first half, man.
Ah, my goodness,
Hindi mo pwedeng baliktarin yun tas mananalo si All Gamers. Kahit sa anggulo mo tignan, mananalo si Macta dun. Justin was running for his life.
Oo eh. Patintero, Chinese garter, kung ano man nilalaro nila dyan. Absolutely incredible stuff. Pero ito, AG, sila naman nasa blacklist side. Sila naman ang may posibilidad na to play those type of post plans. Tingnan natin paano sila mag-execute papunta sa A site. Eto na.
Oh no.
ZYK
readjusted. Oh, he gets a headshot.
It's a good readjustment.
That's a good readjustment, I should say. And Justin is sitting pretty. And there is some shots onto the heaven. And ZY, I don't think it's a good spot because there's also coverage from the top spot. And Do, what a quick scope. And it's just revenge. That's alive. Here comes the offense by All Gamers. This is the blacklist side. The highest win rate that All Gamers has. And they're continuously consistent in showing it off. Why they are truly the best blacklist sided team of all time. And Macta just falls over. And once again, once Macta loses, nakakapag-adjust sila kagad. This is a Macta that should be feared. Kahit napatalo si Macta sa mga rounds, they easily adjust, they learn, and they are quick to react. And take a look at Macta already. They're already engaging into mid. And I feel like they're already converging onto the angle of Du and ZYK and Justin. Walang katakot-takot sa kabuhay nila. And Macta just successfully takes down 2 high priority targets. So that is a good sign for Macta. My God, talk
Grabe.
about being offensive sa global risk ng compound. My
Yan ang
God.
sinasabi ko. Pacific Macta changing up the pace. Catches all gamers off guard. And sabi mo nga, Brazilian style, get the one, run away, ligtas. And ayan ang ginawa ng Pacific Macta. Komportable na sila to just hold the sights. They don't need to go anywhere. They don't need to hold extra angles. Kontrolado lang nila itong mga sites na yan. Just hold it. No need to overpeak. It's just a perfect play right now. Ginagawa ng Pacific Macta. So, AG naman is the one that needs to make the move. The question is, what's the best move for them to do? Potentially, hanap ng pitas galing dito sa tower. But the smoke denies them that information. Di sila makahanap ng pitas kung ganyan yung angulo na titingnan nila. Napakahirap niyan. So, with that, AG, just letting the time run down, 40 seconds, they need to make a move here. They really need to. Siguro if even kung may nahanap siyang pitas, sige. But it's a big ask for ZQ. Ito na. Justin spots him out.
Oh my, that
Tagos.
hits, tumatagos yun.
Oh, tumatagos yun. Flashbang.
Ganun kalayo. And now, all gamers are setting it up for a push. And CYK and Aldrin Connection is doing it. Revenge gets it. Aldrin gets a headshot. Pacific and Macta outclassed. Literally sineminar si AG. My goodness gracious. This game is not for the faint of heart, my friend.
Hindi
Talagang
talaga.
pinapakita ng Macta ang husay ng Pilipino. 6-5 entering into the second half. And Macta definitely has the momentum, and ZY and Even will be getting a piece. Now Macta has to be careful. Sila naman ngayon ang na-pick off ng all gamers. Nabaliktad na yung nangyari past round. Now NBA, it is an important aspect that pick-offs are a huge factor para magkaroon ng comeback or to turn things around. This is a must-have for NBA, knowing that is a multi-man push for all gamers. Here comes NBA. I think he's just waiting for the smoke to dissipate, and alongside all gamers, and there goes the rain of nades. Oh, what an amazing lineup by all gamers.
That's incredible.
That was a rain of grenades. A calculated play by all gamers gave them success, but Pacific Macta is still breathing and well. And now Even takes down Justin. ZYK lone member alive. Is this a 1v4 setup? I don't know if this is doable for ZYK. And J-Way from the far side of the map. They take him down. All gamers once again ties it off.
That nade lineup galing sa side ng all gamers, that's the type of things that you expect coming out from a team like all gamers. And unfortunately, Justin, wala siyang mahanap na value dun sa posisyon na yan. Umakyat na naman dito sa ZY, naghanap ng onting pitas, taking mid control. All gamers going back to a default setup as they should if they want to fight back here. Tapos ngayon, taas ng tower, walang mahanap, go back to the information game. Feeling ko sa side ng Pacific Macta, this type of passive play can work out for them, but they really need to fix any holes that they have, mainly the timings of the spot traps. The spotter needs to just be, the trap needs to just be deployed at the right time. Kasi minsan the timing is a bit off, the spacing is a bit off. Madadali talaga sila dyan. Okay? Akit na dito, all gamers. A side, posible. All the way around. Yep, it's an A long hit. ZYK naman ang nanonood dito for the information. He likes to play this angle a lot. Specifically, just to play for information. Not for getting kills. Not for any of that. Gusto lang talaga dyan is just to get information. Specifically for information. Nothing more, nothing less. Entirely for information, as Do, nakahanap kay ZYK. Pabalik na sila. Another rotation na pwedeng puntahan is a B-hit. MVA nakatambay lang naman. It's a mid-hit. Great adjustment galing dito sa side ng All Gamers. Di ata sila ready. Sa pabasok nila dito, pero si Justin
Nice
pala
trade.
ang
Nice trade.
handa. Diyan. Now, pabasok na sila dito sa mid. Pero ready na ang Pacific Macta. Paano kayo tatawid? J-Way, nakahanap ng isa.
NBA!
NBA, nakadalawa. Crossfire with Aldrin. And Pacific Macta absolutely decimates the team of China.
Imagine
that
not
round.
picking the corner. All Gamers choking out that round with a possible win na sana. But they didn't even look at the angle of NBA. Pre, All Gamers know better na pag pumapasok sila ng B, they always check that corner. There was literally two heads that entered that site and none of it which just looked at NBA. And NBA got the reward of 3 body bags secured para kay Macta. The momentum is still on the side of Macta. And there is a lot of work to do for All Gamers. Paano na ngayon makakabawi ang All Gamers dito? Are they trying to go for a default B pillar push once again? But with Justin and NBA, they really have good coverage in this one, both on doors and just outside of lobby. So magandang pwesto to, and here comes the Utils. Both get flashed, and NBA from the corner. Di na naman tinitignan si NBA. And now the push of All Gamers is still in effect, and Justin will now be trying to play coin flip here as he now relocates to the far side of the corner. Here comes the shots as he gets ZQ. Even trades him down. It's still a 3v2. Even is dangerously low. Literal na 2 hits na lang siya. And what a quick scope by Do. It's now a 2v1. Clutch angle by Even. But from what I'm seeing, Macta puts All Gamers into a checkmate position. Literally, Even doesn't have enough resources to work. He's now rotating papuntang A possibly or just get an off angle para ma-separate niya si Aldrin at Revenge. I don't know if that is the strat or is that the optimal setup, but Even is gonna force to plant bomb site A if he wants the best possible outcome of this situation. No member of Pacific Macta is still rotating to the location of Even. Are they taking their time? Literally, they have waited 40 seconds just so they could move. Eto na, Aldrin and Revenge have now activated their spidey senses. Papuntang bomb site A. Revenge gets a flank. Narinig na ni Even. Oras na para mag-react. What a pick by Even as he guns him down. Eto na, Even is on a bad spot right now. What happened to Even? Nakatayo lang siya dun. El Pacific Macta forces Love set 8-6. And there goes the defuse from Macta. And
nakatayo lang nga siya dun eh.
Once again, smiling. Macta, really, like the happiest, happy-go-lucky team we have ever seen. Sila pa lang yung may pinapakitang emosyon talaga ngayon.
Oo eh. Well, sila tsaka Team Random naman. May emotion talaga sila eh. Talaga pag Pinoy, masaya talaga tayo eh. Pacific Macta right now, great momentum, great advantage. They keep this up. It's honestly over for AG 2-0. Sa totoo lang. And I can't not predict this even if I tried to. You can't tell me na people out here, they all expected Macta to have this type of advantage against a team like AG ngayon. Back to the drawing board naman tong AG na to. The set traps from Macta as of right now, the reactions absolutely flawless. Di nila pinapalipas. Not allowing fakes, not allowing some distractions to head their way. And it's absolutely beautiful for them. Tingnan mo ba naman, AG can't find any opening dito as of right now. So they really have to make their own opportunity. Just like right now, Dito na naman sila sa mid. Papasok na sila dito. A or B? Yan ang tanong. This is a two-way side. Ano pipiliin dito ng AG? There's a little bit of a fight here. CYK, stuck siya dito. May katulong. Si Aldrin. Now, numbers advantage. Natabla. Wala na. AG is able to find for one. Justin, tuloy-tuloy na ang paghanap niya dito ng mga miyembro ng AG. 2-on-3 situation naman siya ngayon. Justin is in a very low health. Revenge! No scope! Habang tumatalon. Even na nang
Sabi sa'yo,
naman.
pre, revenge,
Naiwan.
flow state, NBA sa likod. Macta is 1 point away from making history in this tournament. Talk about
Sabi
being
nila.
God Slayers. Pre, sobrang daming dugo ang nashed sa larong to. And Macta just slicing through the napes of all gamers as they are 1 point away from defeating the Titans, the gods, literally the pioneers of how Crossfire should be played, even receiving a nade to his face.
I don't know. I don't know right now. AG absolutely choking in the seams. It's a Pacific Macta's defense is absolutely flawless right now. If you're any team, mahirapan ka talaga maghanap ng kahit anong opening against a team like Macta.
No absolute way this timeline is built. Talagang reality to, pre. Kailangan kong makurutan kasi pre, parang panaginip to. Pero sa katotohanan, totoo talaga to. Macta is doing it. Even yet some significant poke, and here comes the push coming in from all gamers, and ZQ with a huge 2K. It is far from over. The dream and the hopes of Macta, hindi pa yan mangyayari as now a 2v3.
Revenge,
All gamers have now forced a plat revenge, nowhere to be seen. As
ZYK.
he still gets one though, here comes ZYK with a push, reacts to it, and now, oh my God, they turned it around. No absolute way, pre, husay ng Pilipino. Ito na nga, Philippines #1, Pilipinas lang malakas. ZQ, oh no! ZQ saves it for AG. I might have jinxed it, but there was light in darkness right over there when Macta turned it around.
Okay.
Macta still match point.
Match point pa din. That's still not a small feat. Nakaipan yan. I gotta say, absolutely close right now. Lifeline para sa team ng AG, para si CYK ang nakahanap ng pagkasdal kay Even.
Bro, that's huge!
It's a huge! Tumigil na ang pagsugod ng AG dito. Papasok ng A-site. No choice but to try to make something out of nothing. But it's futile. Kasi nandito ang mga miyembro ng Pacific Macta. Just trying to get a scrappy fight. Do at least make some value. Nahanap niya si Aldrin, but I don't think that's enough. Justin, nakabantay dito. Both sides held perfectly by Pacific Macta. Unless ZQ makes a play, he does.
They make a play.
It will be enough to make the numbers equalize. Now it's a 2-on-2. Do low HP. ZQ, nahanap. NBA! One-on-one with the great one. I gotta close my eyes. Ikaw na bahala dito, pare ko eh.
Ito na. It's a 1v1. ZQ is closely rotating to the location of NBA, and NBA doesn't even flick it over to his location. NBA was not looking at the right spot. The nerves of all gamers are still intact. Naglalaro pa rin sila ng all gamer style ng Crossfire and Macta. They are still not able to finish it off, and Macta with a send-off onto mid. Too dangerously low, but he is still efficient because he has the AWM. That was a desperation 50-50 call for Pacific Macta. Imagine sending it off to mid with Justin and MVA leading the charge. That's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to be in favor of Macta. That was a punishable move. And Macta definitely got the best reward as ZY and JY is down. Even nakakaramdam ng poke sa likod. NBA did not commit because they know time is their amigo. Even now rotating, lumalayo na. Eto na ang lineup. Justin nasa may bandang C1 lang. Some may sniper's test dito, and CQ is taking some damage. Health advantage towards Pacific Macta. 1 minute and 15. Justin and ZYK swings it. Pacific Macta. They are doing it and taking down ZYK. But the time is still ticking. The pressure is onto all gamers. Pacific Macta is shining bright like a diamond right now. They have lived long enough to see the day that they will be able to take down the Titans. And Justin is gonna get picked off by Even. Here comes Aldrin with a peek, and Aldrin takes him down. It's a 3v1. The inevitable is happening for all gamers. It is the fear. Ito na ang judgment day para kay all gamers. They have now faced the greatest fear known to mankind, and that is to lose to your own pride and ego. Pacific Macta, husay ng Pinoy ang mananaig laban Pilipinas. Macta, 2-0 all gamers. Something that we wouldn't expect we are going to say in this tournament. I'll say it once again, R2G. Pacific Macta, the #1 team from CFPH, takes down the Titans that are all gamers.
Ang tindi, napakatindi. We no one expected this. All gamers versus Pacific Macta, the #1 team in the world. Ang all gamers in this tournament coming in. Pacific Macta showing signs of inconsistencies, didn't have the best start in the world. Pero bumawi sila. Pinaglaban nila ang kanilang, basta pinaglaban nila. And it paid off dividends for them. My goodness, Pacific Macta ngayon ang pinakamalupit na team that has ever done it. They beat Carahouse kanina. They beat AG ngayon.
They beat 2 #1s in the same day. Pre.
Chris Jericho umala pare.
Chris Jericho pre. Winning the undisputed title. Hawak-hawak na ng Pacific Macta yung dalawang titulo sa magkabilang braso. Pacific Macta is calling all Filipinos right now to start the parade as they have conquered every barrier, every hoop, every obstacle known to man. They have trained all of their lives, dedicating so much time to crossfire, and they have just started. R2G, what a day for the Filipinos, man. What a day.
Napakatindi, napakalupit. Tinuha ba naman tong highlights na to? It's been a close game. Mahigpit talaga siya. It's not an easy battle. Sure, they had a dominating map 1, but map 2, much closer. Mas nakakatakot sa totoo lang. Ako, there was still a very big possibility luring over my head na nasasabi. They can still bring this back. AG can still bring this back and potentially win this whole series. But somehow, someway, Pacific Macta at the end rounds, di na sila nag-choke. They were able to just bring it back. Para sa team. Para sa Pilipinas. And incredible ang pinaggagawa nila dyan. To be honest, I got no words right now. Pacific, congratulations sa inyo. 10-8. Possibility of an MVP, pare ko Salvatore. Sabihin ko si NBA siguro, no?
NBA.
Ako, NBA.
Kung pwede lang 5 yung binigay ko
pare.
kay Macta. It was a joint effort. Pero kung talagang undisputed MVP, it's either NBA, Justin, or Revenge. ZYK was the definite MVP on that second map. Pero ngayon, there has to be a resurgence of a new player coming in as MVP from Pacific Macta. It's really hard to pick, man. Everyone really excelled in NBA. 1.5 KD. Amazing performance. A day of victory for us Filipinos and the whole CFS community here in the Philippines.
It's
My
definitely a day to be happy.
Remember the dates, mga kapwa kong Pinoy. September 8, 2023. The day that we Filipinos have conquered the greatest boss that was ever built to play Crossfire.
Yeah,
Woo!
the biggest, the greatest. I still have no words sa nakita ko ngayon. Congratulations talaga sa inyo, Pacific Macta. Di ko alam paano nyo nagawa. Well, I know how you did it. You guys leveled up. You guys had perfect aim. You guys went to your training. Kahit ano naman ginawa nyo, congratulations po sa inyo. Maganda na po ang standings dito sa playoffs ng Pacific Macta. They have a good chance. Ay, nako.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, BaiSha versus Ranking will be taking a short break. Wala ka munang aalis. Ang action dito sa CFS ay babalik pagkatapos nito.